So one of the things that I think we would do in a classroom that we should do here in the online environment is provide an overview for what we're going to do for the week. That way you have a one-stop location where you can go to see, okay, these are the things I need to do for this session. So for this session, session 1, we have over in the announcements, which I know you've seen already because you've made it down to here. You have over in the announcement section, you have things like the welcome message to listen to. You have things like registering for MyITLab to do, which hopefully you have done already by now. And if you haven't done it already, hopefully you will be doing it soon. You have the registration there to do. There is a CIS102 survey. You will notice that there are points associated with it, but those are extra credit points that you will not get if you do not take the survey. Essentially, what we're trying to do is get a baseline. We want to see where students enter CIS102 when it comes to CIS knowledge, and then we run the very same survey on the way out. So it's an exit survey as well. And we see how far it is that everybody has come, or if there's any glaring omissions that we have made along the way. So please do take that CIS102 survey. You will notice that it is also listed here below in the session 1 materials. In addition to that, there are 3 discussion postings here in Eagle in a module you can see up above. Those go very, very rapidly. After that, you will have material over in MyITLab. There is chapters 1 and 2, as well as the first half of the Word material. Now, please wait. Before you go and hyperventilate about how much I just rattled off in the way of work. Number 1, I understand. Number 2, it's not as bad as it seems. What I'll tell you about the platform, the MyLab IT platform, is this week you'll spend the first few assignments getting a little bit of inertia. You know, you'll start learning what MyITLab is looking for you to do, and then post that, what you'll end up doing is you'll move much, much faster for every week after that. The material there in MyITLab, you will also notice there are many, many things listed for this week. But before, again, you hyperventilate on that, let me just tell you that I have placed all of the support material, all of it, in there for you. So there are PowerPoints, there are audio, so podcasts, and there are video podcasts. In there, they're screencasts, really, but it's just the video that was the podcast. Anyway, and those are all in there for you if you need them. Some of you are going to be visual learners, so you rely on the text. Some of you are going to be audio learners, you rely on the podcast. Some of you are going to be audio-visual learners, you're going to rely on the movies, but some of you don't need all of those things, and that is just fine. The only benefit in going through there and clicking on those all is a little green check mark. And if you get a psychic income, so like a little happy place inside of you from that, that's fine, you know, but what I'll tell you is you do not have to go through and do those. There is a MyITLab video under this one that explains how to identify what you might watch versus what you have to do. So the might watch materials are pretty voluminous. There's a lot of them. But the have to do materials, there's not so many of those. I don't like telling you how long it's going to take you to do something because some of you are going to be hyper cautious this week and others are going to be less cautious this week. What I'll tell you is this session, you'll build that inertia, and by next session, everything will move much faster. So that's the good news there. So that's all of the things that you have for this week. So have at 'em.